People are always looking for improvement. They want to improve their life. They want to improve their surroundings. They want to improve their choices, their decisions. They want to improve how they view things. I mean, it's what we strive for. We don't want to stay where we are. We want to get better. We want to get better every day, right? I mean, if you don't want to get better, you're just rotting away. But for the people that do want to get better, I have advice for you. And the advice that I have for you is read books. Study and analyze your own self. Study and analyze your thoughts. How do you act, or how do you walk, or how do you move? How do you do things? Do you have do you shortchange yourself? Do you, when you work out, do you go all the way down and all the way up, or do you just kind of a little bit just to get by? These are all indications of how we live our lives, how we do things. When we clean up, do you want to get it over with real quick and just um, don't really care about the quality of your work? This is an indicator of your own life. How we talk, what you talk about, and how you talk. What kind of vocabulary are you talking with, and what are you talking about? Hey, ¿cómo estamos? So this is all an indicator of how you're gonna see yourself, and how you see yourself is a big way. How how you see yourself is how other people are gonna see you. I've never seen a person that sees himself like down in the gutter, poor, and like if that's their mentality, where it's depressed and they feel like fearful and afraid. I've never, I don't, it's not common that that type of person has like a friend that that is in a high playing field, where it's like, unless that person is being mentored, that's a totally different story. But you're gonna attract with your own energy whatever your goals are, how you do things. People are always watching you, and that's not to say to live for people, but that's to say that if you're cleaning a table or you're doing anything and somebody's watching you, they might want to hire you for their own business and pay you a salary of double the amount of what you're making right now. So living your life in secret is, you're gonna get rewarded in public for it. What you practice here at your house, what you practice behind closed doors where nobody's watching, if you're trying to better yourself, your intelligence or your wisdom, or maybe your athletic or your skill set and whatnot, people will notice, and you will meet the right connections. But what are you trying to get better at? That's the question. But I just want to point the arrows at what makes you a better person. Everything you do is an indicator of who you are. If you're questioning, who am I? Who am I? Have you ever asked yourself that question? Who am I? I don't even know who I am. Okay, what's coming out of your mouth? You see, the Bible says that out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. So what you're talking about with your friends, with your coworkers, with your family, what you're talking about over and over again, what you get excited about, that's who you are. I mean, that's a part of who you are. It's not everything that you are, but that's a part of who you are. The other parts of the puzzle are what you do. What are you doing? What are your actions? What do you get up in the morning for? What is your mind constantly on thinking about? As a man thinks, so is he. That's in the Bible. So what you're thinking about constantly, that's another piece of the puzzle of who you are. How do you perform anything in life? Um, that's another puzzle to know who you are. Um, so let's say you start analyzing yourself, and let's say you start analyzing yourself and you start to peep things that you didn't even acknowledge that was part of you. For example, you start to see things that you do that you don't like about yourself. For example, maybe your room is a mess. Maybe your house is a mess. Maybe your car is a mess. Maybe you treat your siblings worse than you treat your friends. Maybe you don't take care of your stuff, and maybe all this stuff is an indicator of your self-worth, of what you think about yourself. Because in psychology, often what we speak to another person, according to psychologists, we're often speaking to ourselves. It's like you're looking in a mirror. That's why it's best to always look at people and look for the gold inside of them. Don't look for the appearance, because often the appearance is misleading. But look for the gold inside the person, and always try to seek out what you can attain from talking and conversating with them, from fellowshipping with them. They know stuff that you don't know. When you go into any place, always go in there with your ears open and your mind open, and basically to basically give them the benefit of the doubt that your judgments are incorrect right off the back. You know, all too often we look at a person and we think we got to figure it out in less than 5 seconds. We make up our minds about a person in less than 5 seconds, but we are dead wrong. You shouldn't live your life like that, neither should I. That's not the way it's supposed to be, because if we were to sit down with those people